Can I take this off? There we go. That was straight tequila, by the way. Y'all know that. What's up, y'all?
Dwyane, when you were getting into this process with the statue and you kind of had to think about what you wanted from it, what did you find yourself caring about when it came to the details of the statue?
The details. I laugh and smile because I look at my guys right here on this first table right here that we went through the process together. And the details, boy, I am a detail-oriented person. When you guys get a chance to look at the statue, you're gonna see the bubble gum in my mouth from the moment. The big red bubble gum. What I wanted to do and what I feel, when it comes to a statue, when it comes to this kind of moment, I feel that it has to be something that when the fans think of you, when they think of your career, when they think of your life, when they think of you, what's the first thing come to mind? And so if you're a fan of myself, if you're a fan of the Heat, I've had a lot of moments. I don't think it's nothing bigger than that one. You know what I mean? Like, this is my house moment is the biggest moment of my individual career. And this was an individual moment for me to pick that. And so I wanted to pick it. Obviously, you guys know we played the Chicago Bulls that time. It was my hometown team. I hit the game winner versus them. I felt good about it. So just wanted to do that and pick that because I want to make sure that every fan, when they see it, they remember my career. And I think that sums up my career, and that sums up this building, and it sums up when people drive by, like I was like, man, people gonna be driving, they're gonna look up and I'm gonna be like, this is my house. And I was like, that's gonna be pretty cool from the street. So just coming up with all these stupid ideas and like thinking about all the sides of it and how it was gonna look from each angle, even in the back. It was a process. It was a beautiful process to be a part of. I think I visited Chicago about 4 times. I think I stayed in probably about 4 hours each time. It was just a great collaborative process with the Miami Heat, with Fine Art Studios, and also to myself and my family. So it was cool.
Dwyane, I know you said you didn't know if it was going to hit you even when it was unveiled, but what was the emotion like when you finally saw it in place in front for the public to see it?
I was just like, that's beautiful. I think it's one of the, personally biased, I think it's one of the best statues that's been created because of what it represents for us and for me. But man, I had so many emotions, and I think I probably have more emotions just listening to UD and listening to Pat and listening to my son speak to me. You guys saw me, I don't know if you saw, but I had a couple of tears fall down a little bit. But it's just, I know it's bigger than me, and I'm here right now, we're present right now, but I know this moment goes way beyond just now and way beyond the years that I will exist in life. And I say that because during this process, I got to go down to Chicago, and I got to, like I said, I spent a lot of time on my statue. Next to my statue was Kobe Bryant's statue getting made at the same time. The exact same time. And every time I show up, it's more work done on Kobe's statue. But it ain't nobody, Kobe's not there. I'm there. I'm looking at mine, I'm touching mine, I'm talking about mine, but Kobe isn't. And it put everything in perspective for me. You know what I mean? When we talk about being immortal, we talk about the life after. Going through this process really give me an opportunity to see it. My brother's not here to see it, to have this moment that I have, and so I know how important this is, and I know that this is going to live on way beyond me, and so I'm so excited about that. I'm so proud of that for my family.
Dwyane, you mentioned getting emotional, and first tears I saw come down were when Zaire was speaking, and specifically talking about the obstacles and the lessons that you taught him over time, and you went through those here. You even had to leave and then come back. how do you process sort of the totality of your career, and would you have wanted it any other way?
It's hard to say you want it any other way when you just celebrated a statue. You'd be asking for too much. You know, I think it's all parts of our lives, you know, that we can get that moment back. We may take that moment back, but then it changes everything. And, you know, this has just been a beautiful, these last 21 years of my life has been incredible. The highs and the lows, because I've grown so much in the midst of them all. And you know, just sitting up there, man, on that podium and just understanding that, like, that statue behind me, I'm like, how? Like, I'm in my mind, I'm like, what? Like, me? Like, I was never chosen. Like, I didn't even get chosen on the playground when I was growing up. Like, they passed over me so many times on the playground. Like, to the point that I remember the first time I was chosen at school. He's one of my good friends now. We became best friends after he chose me. And so just sitting here, man, you know, just thinking about coming here as a young kid, 21 years old, and now a 42-year-old man, and to be able to experience something like this with everybody, this is one of the dopest moments of my life. Simply put, probably one of the best moments of my life.
Dwyane, in the 5 years that you've retired, you've experienced a lot. You've had a street named after you, jersey retired, whole nine. Like, and of course today, like, from when you retired as a player to today, like, how full do you feel? And how would you describe how retirement has treated you and everything that you've been doing?
Well, retirement is something I have not done. I graduated from the NBA and I went to the real world. That's what happened with my life. But it's what you make it. You know, just the same way I approach being an athlete is every day. I take it one day at a time. And it's hard to do that. But to be great, you have to do that. And it's the same thing out the basketball. It's one day at a time, but it's every day. And I'm thankful for my success so far in my young time being away from the game of basketball. But everything that I utilize now is everything I learned through this journey. You know, that's why my son talked about enjoy the traffic. None of us want to sit in traffic. We hate it, right? You see people trying to find another route. But the traffic is the journey, and there's something in there for you. So it's been so much in my journey for me that I loved and I experienced, and to the point where you're a little sad because this feels like the destination. You know, when you get there, your GPS, what it say? You've arrived. And then you're just there. Now you got to go back, right? So now I feel like, man, is this the end of my journey? And this is the end of my basketball journey? It's a little sad, right? But also, too, it's, dang, wow. If this is the end of my basketball journey, ended in the statue, ended on the street name, ended in the Hall of Fame, ended in top 75, ended in all the things, but most importantly, ended in being a champion. When people speak on my name, you have to speak on me being a champion. And that's something that I always wanted. Something I got up every day. Whether I believed it or not, whether people believed it or not, I knew I was going to be a champion. And that's not easy. It sounds easy now that I'm sitting up here. We got 3 rings, and you guys know the story. But the story of the young kid from Chicago in the inner city that grew up with nothing. We didn't even have candles when the lights went out in our house. We just had to find our way through the dark. That kid, to be here, man, I'm so proud of him, bro. So fucking proud of him.